I think they're probably gonna put him with FTR, so that's good. So they could like do 3-man tag, so he doesn't
Yeah,
have to carry the whole load.
dude,
Because
three
that dude,
FTR with Punk versus the Elite and Kenny Omega. Get out
that's
of here.
that's what everybody wants, man. And I
No,
don't
we've
know if
been
we're gonna,
waiting for it.
or you know what? Maybe they've already made up. Maybe it was always a work this whole time. Maybe they knew Punk got hurt and they wanted to get something out of it. You know what I mean?
Man, that would be freaking genius,
It
amazing.
it would be,
Yeah.
and but probably not. But you know, I don't remember where I was going with this. It was gonna be awesome though. Trust me. I don't think that you remember what either. We were talking about the
Hell
elite.
no.
Hell nah. Oh yeah, CM Punk FTR.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah,
That.
yeah.
That's what we
So
were just talking about, but yes. I thought you meant before that. I'm like, shit, we done went
fuck,
down a
I
tangent,
don't
son.
remember, man. We did get down a tangent. That's what I love about talking tentatively. So we're loosely following this card, but it has spawned great conversations and insight. I would say. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, man, I'm here for it.
He's got 2 jackets on. What up, it's your boy Harlock. We're here on the Twin Snakes channel, twitch.tv/mustard love. That's Mustachios Live if you're nasty. I'm here with my boy Yamagata. What up, Yamagata?
Yo, what up?
We're over here for the tentative Turnbuckle Tuesday. If you don't know what that is, that's when we talk about wrestling and wrestling games and AEW, brother.
The dub.
We're gonna be talking about the dub today as we are short a Gabe. Short one galoot. We are less one galoot today.
That's one galoot.
Yeah, you never know. Galoots are very unpredictable. They are very tentative, if you will.
Very tentative.
And
They're the
you can't really get
mascot.
them to commit to anything, so we
Non-committal.
don't know. It's non-committal. June, but
Very ambiguous committal.
it is ambiguous at best. At best, ambiguous. You know what I mean? But June, let's start off today's stream the way we used to start it off here with the code. Oh wait, actually, let me start like this. Hey, Junior.
Yeah?
So what do you want to talk about? And then we cue the Cody minute. You can't hear it, but here it goes. We got Cody up. Mr. Rhodes, can you please give us 60 seconds on the game clock, and we're gonna begin the Cody minute. All right, Junior, you haven't been keeping track of Cody because he's no longer in the dub. He's in the Fed. But he went over to the Fed, right? And they gave a big push to him. Made you think he was going to win the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania number 39 that just passed a couple
That's
months
what
ago.
I thought was going to happen. People were talking about it.
That did not happen, Junior. He lost. Then, the following night, he goes up to Roman Reigns. It's like, I want to challenge you again. How about tag team match? And then it's revealed that Brock Lesnar is going to tag team with him. And then at the end of the show, Brock Lesnar fucks Cody up for about 10 minutes, unprovoked. And then the match doesn't happen. And then now they're building a feud with Brock. And Now you're up to date with Cody, and
Ah,
and Junior. I don't know if you know, but
time.
that was the Cody minute.
Hey.
And
Good.
Cody takes off just like he comes in. Thanks for stopping by, Cody. You're always really good on the ones and twos, so thank you for that, Cody. Bye. All right, June. That was Cody.
I like it.
It was worth the 5 minutes it took me to find that file. Dude, today actually, you want to before we go into what's gonna happen tomorrow in the dub. You want to review what happened last week very
Oh yeah.
quickly? We had called most of these. Orange Cassidy, Buddy Matthews.
Yeah.
I said I'd be very surprised if Buddy Matthews won this one,
Yeah.
because I feel like they're kind of building up to Malachi Black and might have different belts for these different guys. Orange Cassidy did scrape by and take the win, and I thought it was a pretty awesome match, man.
Yeah, it was dude. Orange Cassidy was getting crap kicked out of him,
Hell
and
yeah.
they're
And it's good to see him go up against a big guy like that and like have the match like feel believable, and like the guy's
yeah.
so much bigger than him, but Orange Cassidy was also able to do like a bunch of offense on him, and I bought it. I was entertained.
And he really sold those DDTs. I mean, he only
so
DDT'd him like
so
7 times.
so many DDTs.
I was like, how many DDTs is it gonna take?
And then we had let's see, Keith Lee versus Chris Jericho.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't remember. Much
And
of this
remember, we were
match.
talking about Swerve, or we were talking about
Yeah,
Swerve, or
yeah,
somebody interfering, and
yeah. Oh, right. And Swerve did, right? Didn't
yep.
he? Yeah, he came.
Well, yeah, it was. I think it was. He was masked though, or something. He had his hood on, or a hood on, or some crap, if I can remember.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, "Who was that guy?" But it's probably Swerve. They were throwing Swerve under the. They were throwing Swerve under the bus. So
So I think Keith Lee gets pinned here, right? If I remember correctly.
yes.
And I think we called Keith Lee getting
And then Adam
pinned.
Cole came out.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, I could be, we could be wrong though, because we be forgetting shit. But Adam Cole did
hey,
come
we're
out. This is the big thing.
professionals. I think
Yeah.
we remember. We have steel trap.
Yo, the main point though of what's going on here is that Adam Cole's back, and he came out to console Keith Lee and kind of make sure he didn't get the business ran up on him by the JAS.
That's right.
And
Now
yeah.
the mogul affiliates
Yeah.
and the firm. I believe. Wait, they combine, right? No. The embassy and
Embassy.
mogul affiliates are now joined forces. So look out. But I think they're really building towards JAS and Adam Cole, because there's been two no look reactions from one from Jericho, one from Adam Cole
One
last
from Adam
week.
Cole.
And
Mhm.
that's definitely gonna build. But we'll talk about something that I need to say about that momentarily. But let's keep going down this card. I don't think that we knew about the Powerhouse Silas Young match, which was
Oh right,
pretty much it was a squash match, right?
Squash. Yeah.
So we didn't pick that one. Swerve Strickland, Darby Allin.
Right.
I think that we called Darby Allin picking up the win
Uh-huh.
in this one, and he did, and that was a really cool match too, man. I mean, Jesus, those guys. Darby Allin with his disregard for he's just tossing his body around.
Yeah, and Swerve's badass, man.
Yeah.
He's clean. He gets it done.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think
he
he was
sells
a good.
it
He was
real well and
one of the
everything.
better pickups that within that last year when AEW was picking up all these guys. I think that he's one of the better ones.
Right.
And I'm glad that they started off hot and then they kind of chilled out with him for a little bit, but now he's coming back more. So yeah, that was Darby Allin picking up the win on that one. I don't think that we knew about Rio and Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho and Tony Storm. I don't know if we picked that one or not.
Can't remember.
But
But we knew it would be the
outcasts,
outsiders.
yeah, the
Yeah.
outcasts, definitely, and again, like this division, the women's division, greatly improving. Like I'm finding it entertaining. It's like not
Mm.
like it's a match that I'm watching and it's pumping out like quality, like it's quality entertainment, man. Like
Oh yeah,
they're
yeah.
getting it's so much better. Like the women's wrestling, it was always kind of uneven because there was always like like really good talent mixed with somebody that's real green, and you could tell. But now it seems like they're mixing it up, and even the young ones are putting on a great show. Sky Blue, yeah, she's like greatly
Yeah, she's
improved. You
making her
know,
place.
she kind of came in and she was pretty decent, but she's definitely improved from last year.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then I think that we did call the Moxley and Claudio versus what's left of the Elite, and we're sure that this was going to be a squash match, which it pretty much was.
Right.
They
Oh well, hey,
destroyed
hey though,
that.
you glazed over. We forgot to mention Sting coming out with the
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the Derby match, and sorry, I just remember I didn't want
Wait,
to
oh,
skip over
oh,
that.
yeah, because MJF came out in that at the end of that, didn't he? Was that
Or it was during MJF, or did MJF have a promo or something? No, he came out. Yeah, they
because
were
is
doing a
it that's
promo in the
when
ring.
that's when Sting was like name dropping like Ric Flair and I
Yeah,
forget who
and
else.
even dissed Cody.
what did? Oh yeah, yeah. He said,
Yeah, he said have Cody
your
issues.
Cody daycare. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Cody issue.
Cody
It was like, oh,
Cody
did
issues.
I say Cody? Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny, Sting, because you see him and he looks like this big foreboding dude, and he's out here like throwing pom poms and pulling out lots of
Dude, when he
like
pulled the one out of his arm jacket, like in his, dude, that would fucking pop me.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't have to do shit, dude. Like he's
Hell
he's at
nah.
the end of his career, he's already a legend, and like he does a promo like that. It's fucking wacky as fuck, but it was
Yeah,
funny, and like he gave props to the dudes that brought him in, and like
yeah,
he was just like
exactly.
kind of
He
using
went
it.
through his career and stuff, kind of,
Yeah,
setting
yeah,
setting up that last ride.
yep. So yeah, that was great. Um, and then yeah, he was yeah. Um, Promoing V versus MJF. Um, and then yeah, so that was pretty much uh, last week's Dynamite. I watched Rampage, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't watch Rampage again. Like I sometimes watch it, sometimes I don't. But
Yeah. Yeah, I always
uh,
watch it, but that's one where it's like I usually watch it on Saturday night or something, and
yeah.
I've had a few and I'm kind of buzzed and watching it and having a good time, but then I don't remember it. So sorry.
Hey, we watch wrestling. That's how it goes.
So,
I'm trying to think. Did anything else big happen? Oh, there was the frickin' Jeff Hardy
oh
coming
yeah,
back,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
man. Let's
yeah.
talk about
Let's
that
not.
real quick.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
let's talk
It's
about Jeff Hardy.
yeah. So it's Matt Hardy finally turning on the firm, and Ethan
I
Page,
mean, yeah,
and Ethan
yeah,
Page is doing his promo.
yeah.
And then what happens? I'm
So
like,
they were. He was talking about how they were like they got out of the contract, and then they was like started scuffling. They started scuffling in the
oh,
ring,
that
and
that's right
Matt was
because
falling down 3 versus 1.
yeah,
Yeah,
because Ethan Page was like, well, there's more than just me and Stokely Hathaway in the firm, and then Big Bill, and you know what? And these fights that keep happening, they keep throwing. I think this is the second or third time that we've seen Hook go toe to toe with Big Bill. So I think
oh
that
yeah.
they might be like kind of building this feud between them because I don't know if you remember, but this has happened before, and Hook has tried to get the suplex on Big Bill, and Big Bill's managed to get out of it both times.
Right.
So it's like they're building up to him giving this fucking massive dude a suplex and probably launching him in the air, probably like he does
Oh
everybody
shit.
else.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of it. I could be completely wrong, but I tell you, that's probably the second or third time I've seen them go toe to toe against each other in the ring, not in a match. But yeah, so that's cool. They're kind of furthering that plot line while at the same time getting Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy out of the firm, and then as they're getting beat up by these guys, here comes Jeff Hardy, but he doesn't do the dance before he saves
Didn't
his
do the
brother this
dance.
time. But he gets out there. It's a more serious. I think it's almost because it's like, all right, the first time he came back, still kind of wild and like he did that and it was comical. But I think maybe this time he's coming back as a more serious act, maybe. And because of all the shit that's just taken place, and maybe they want to have him, play a more serious character this time. Um, but that's my take from him not doing the dance. And then he comes out and he whoops some ass with a customized chair. I don't know if you caught that, but it had like a design on it. And I think he posted it online, so that's where I saw it.
Nice. I didn't.
And
I
it
don't
has
think I
like his
noticed that.
his face paint, but like painted on the chair, and that's what he was whooping ass with. And then he does his swanton.
Dude, he did that
Um,
killer swanton. It was fucking
yeah,
sick. Like, it's nice.
yeah. I wish I could find that picture because I think I saw the same picture that
Oh, that
you
I
were
was talking
talking
about.
about earlier. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty
uh,
fucking sweet.
of him mid swanton dive. Swanton? Yeah, swanton or santon. I don't know what
Swanton? I don't know.
Swanton?
He looks like a
Swanton.
swan. It's the
Swanton.
T-Hawk pose. He looks like T-Hawk. Badass. I never noticed it until I saw that picture.
So here's the card for tomorrow's night's Dynamite. At least what they've told us so far. So I think I'll start with. Let's see. Let's start with the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus Daddy Magic, Kulhan Ang, and Jake Hager. The trios match. Um, so this has kind of been like one of their like honestly like C storylines, right? In the AEW, like it's like we need to keep they're not really in contention for one of our A or B plot lines, but we have to keep the Acclaimed on TV, so let's do this with them. So like I feel like it's been like a relatively quick feud that they've been building up to, but like it's weird because like they were friends and then not so quickly, you know what I mean? Like in the
Right.
span of like a month. So that's why I say it just seems like not one of their main storylines that's going on. But either way, this should be a cool match because Jake Hager does love that hat, or he
I know
likes
it's
that
gonna be
hat.
nice.
And then yeah, like it's always good to see Daddy Magic on the mic, and Cool Hand Ange, Cool Hand Ange is getting good too. Like he's kind of like I've always seen Daddy Magic is the better on the mic, but like they're almost toe to toe now. The two of them, they're both like over the top, like old school wrestling characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. I think the Acclaimed would win this, but I also feel like they're kind of building towards something else, and that's what I was gonna talk about earlier when I said I'll talk about this later with Adam Cole and the JAS. I think that uh, these guys are gonna kind of be featured here in the coming months. The JAS.
Mm-hmm.
So I might say that actually by some cheating or whatever involved that JAS would take this one only
Right.
because I feel like they need the momentum to go into this new storyline with Adam Cole, um, because he is going to feud with uh, with Jericho, and then there's others there is other plot lines going on that I heard about, Junior. Now
Oh yeah.
this involves Mr. CM Punk and his sounds like pretty sure return around June or July or something like that.
Hmm.
But from what I had read online is that it was reported that Tony Khan sat with him and Jericho and a few other wrestlers about working together because apparently the feud with CM Punk coming back in is going to be with Chris Jericho. So that's why I
Mhm.
say it seems like they want to get some momentum behind the JAS because if they're right now feuding with acclaimed in what seems like this kind of low stakes feud, I think they've been on TV enough. Like it's like acclaimed's going to be on TV. We need to push these other guys too. Let's get them to feud, and then push them into the next feud with Jericho and CM Punk is what I'm thinking. I think that like Tony Khan sees a lot in these guys, and probably so does Chris Jericho, which is why they put them in all together.
JS. Yeah,
So they're
exactly.
trying to uh, get them over with the help of Chris Jericho. Um, so, anyways, yeah. So CM Punk coming back. They're talking about a new TV show on Saturday for AEW, and they're talking about it being on the same level as Dynamite. So not like a B TV show like Rampage is, where it's like not live and it's only 1 hour. They're talking about the same caliber show as Dynamite, but on Saturday, and making CM Punk the big star for that show. And also, they're saying that they're going to use this to split the roster so that like people who don't want to work with Punk stay over in Dynamite, and then the other wrestlers, which I think is bad. I think that
Yeah.
they Tony Khan should like say, hey, look, you're under contract. This is the business. If you don't like it, fine, but I mean, you gotta do it for work and work with CM Punk. Like for the better of the company,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
even if people don't like CM Punk, people are gonna want to tune in to see how this all unfolds.
Right.
Because there's been a lot of news about the Elite
How do
and
they
CM
work?
Punk,
How are
and
they gonna work him
yeah,
back in? Is it gonna
right.
fucking last?
And
You
has
know
it
what I
all been
mean?
real, or has this all
Does
been
it?
a work the whole
Yeah.
time?
Does it fall apart?
Either
Like
way, it doesn't matter which is true. It's still something that people are going to want to see, and something that's going to bring in a lot of money and a lot of ratings. So I think that everybody just needs to make up. And also, Junior, this is if any of this shit is real.
right.
But it is sounding like CM Punk is coming back, and it is sounding like he's going to feud with Jericho. And so, like, maybe a couple weeks ago, Jericho put a tweet out, like, to one of CM Punk's, or some article pertaining to CM Punk. And, like, Jericho said something like, I don't play games, or something like that. So, like, now, no, what we know now, it almost seems like that was, like a work for Jericho to kind of, like, feed that fire for the,
Yeah.
for the feud between them two. If that turns out, that's what's I think that's what's great. That's what is great about AEW is how they kind of blur the lines between, what is real and what is not real. What's a work
Right.
and what's a shoot. They I think purposely feed bullshit everywhere they can so that people are like, well, is that real? Is that not real? Sometimes it's like pretty obvious, but like, what about the time where they broke into Wardlow's car, and they stole the belt, and it like
Yeah.
they did that on Twitter, and for like 24 hours, people thought it was real, and then the show happens, and then it's like QTV and they did it,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
or maybe it really did happen, and then they
And they
just
used it.
used that shit for a storyline. So
Yep.
that's what I find great about AEW. And uh yeah, it's just there's like so much, it's just deeper, than just the storyline that you see, or just the dialogue they say. And if you want it, it's there, and if you don't, you don't have to. And then
Yeah.
I can understand why people would say like it's like a shallow product, like there's no storyline, there's no characters, but I disagree.
Yeah.
It's just a new.
Especially nowadays. You know how like I don't know. It just seems like yeah, like you said, blurring the lines. With the age that we live in, it's like people are looking to get to the bottom of what's really going on,
Yes.
and
It's a
and
new way that people
mhm.
consume media. This is how people do it. People go to social media, people go to forums and message
Everybody be
boards.
talking to
Yeah,
each other, like,
that's
hmm
and um right now AEW is basically an indie or a smaller product in WWE. They can't stand toe to toe with them, but they might just be the future. Like this, even if it's not them, they're going to introduce like new ways to run and show this business. And I think that whether or not it's AEW that is the future, I think that they will definitely influence it as far as wrestling and consuming wrestling. Ah, and that's
I
my rant.
watched the dub. I watched the dub.
That's my rant. All right, let's go over to Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho and Tony Storm. Matt, this one, uh, kind of. This is what the shark would call a you pick 'em.
Yeah.
Cause this could go either way. Like, I mean, you've got Ruby Soho and Tony Storm. Honestly, here I'm gonna say this.
All right.
If it was like Ruby Soho and Saraya, or Saraya and Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, I would say that the Outcast take it. But
Yeah.
since it's not Saraya, I think that it goes to Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. I think that they probably want to make her. I mean, she's the champ. Maybe look strong. So maybe
Right.
she actually gets the pin. Maybe Ruby Soho takes the pin. So I'm gonna take DMD and Hayter.
Yeah. I think that they take it. Also, Jamie Hayter just recently got the win over what's her name?
Rio.
Tiny chick. Rio. Yes,
Hmm.
Rio. And I think they need to keep her. She didn't have any matches in a while, and I think they take the win, but I think that I kind of think that Saraya, is going to interfere. Of
Yeah.
course, gonna try and pull some shenanigans, and then I feel like maybe like a Willow and a Sky Blue come out, and the yeah, and then you have overwhelming. Then you have like the outcast being outnumbered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then of course they scurry off. You know what I'm saying? I think something like that might happen. If not, I just think it's a regular old match that's good. Soraya tries to interfere, but the Doc and the Champ they find a way to win. You
Word.
know, we haven't seen them together in a while, so they've been coming out and like standing up for the dub against them casts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now they got to wrestle, and they haven't been on. Like I said, they haven't been on TV together in a match in a while. So I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, me too. Then we have a. These aren't matches, but we're gonna see Chris Jericho confronts Adam Cole face to face. And here's where I'm saying they're building that feud between Adam Cole and Chris Jericho. Um, you know, I think that if Adam Cole doesn't, this almost feels like what they did with Ricky Starks. Except they put
Yeah,
Adam Cole there, and then they like put Ricky Starks in the back burner. You know what I mean? And that's
yeah,
rough, and that's part of the problem with them not having enough TV time. But hopefully we get this show soon, and like some of those guys can go over there and have their own storylines, and then that's what they're missing. Because Rampage just isn't enough. You can't build enough, and you can't guarantee that everybody's gonna see Rampage, just like you and me. Like, I watch it, but I
right.
don't remember it. It's not, it's not like it's not must see TV right now,
Right.
and
I mean, it's the
hopefully,
B, it's the B side,
yeah, for
so it
sure.
can be, you can afford to miss it.
So
Lately they've been trying to throw some bones in there that, like, if you watch it, it's like, oh yeah, it made it worth it, but
yeah, yeah,
not all the time.
it's never been terrible. it's just kind of short, and
Yep.
uh, there's not a lot of story, or if it is, it's like the bench, you know,
Yeah.
those guys, their little storylines, and it's not really spill over into anything that's mostly relevant in the rest of the company. But with this new show, and they're calling it supposedly going to be called Collision.
Hmm.
That's a whole other dynamite, and just like Raw and SmackDown, they're both live. They're both, I think SmackDown's shorter though, but I would assume that this one would also be 2 hours. And you got, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, that we know for sure if this happens, we know that Chris Jericho is going to work a program with CM Punk, so that means he's going to be over on. I mean, I'm sure he'll touch the other shows as well, but he's probably going to be seen primarily on Collision, and they want to take their big guys.
Yeah.
Here's another thing about this. Um, if it's true that the Elite don't want to work with CM Punk, and they stay on Dynamite while Punk has this other Collision, if they see, this is why I want them to work with Punk, because I'm afraid of this happening. Their stock going down because Punk's over here on this other show and they're beating them in ratings. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
or even if it's close, because Wednesday night is arguably a better slot than a Saturday night, right? People are typically out and about on Saturdays. They're not staying home to watch wrestling unless you're like a hardcore wrestling nerd. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or your local arcade doesn't put wrestling on the screen for some reason, even though they told you that they were going to, but they don't.
Dang, that's lame, dude. I mean, I've never been to a place that does that.
So yeah, so
Gosh.
like I don't want that. I want everybody to just get along. You don't have to like each other, but you got to work with each other.
Right.
But so like let's say the Elite stay with Dynamite and are predominantly on Dynamite. So they're working all these programs with Dynamite. What if the ratings start to dip, and CM Punk's over here pulling like good ratings on a Saturday, you know, and then it makes it seem like the Elite weren't this big draw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean,
In the end, it hurts the brand.
right,
I mean, if they're gonna have a Saturday show, it should be everybody involved that deserves to be involved. You know what I mean? Anybody who's working their way through a storyline or like, uh, they just need to keep all the momentum throughout the week going. If they want to build to something big.
right. Yeah, and plus, I want to see that. I want the Elite versus CM Punk. I want
Yeah.
fucking like Kenny Omega holding CM Punk's dog or something. Like just lean into it, swallow your pride, and like make fucking gold, make history doing this like long drawn out. Was it a work? Is it not? What's going on? Like I don't know, man. Just take advantage of it. Make some money.
Yeah.
God, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of ego stuff. I don't know them personally, Junior. Could be something completely different. It's just that's the way it looks. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
from everything that was reported and stuff. So I still love the Elite. They're still my guys. I love Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. To me, that's like the main reason why I watch AEW is to see those guys. Um, so you know, but I can also understand that CM Punk is this huge legendary thing because he was in WWE. He got so over with the crowd and then he left for 6 years, Like
Yeah.
left the business completely. And then he comes back and like it's just you can't deny it. He puts butts in seats. He's great on the mic. I think that, he's probably going to get hurt again. Like that's a lot to like make him your big star on this show, but have him take it easy, man. Like that dude, don't wrestle. Save his wrestling, like because I think they're probably gonna put him with FTR, so that's good. So they could like do 3-man tag, so he doesn't
Yeah.
have to carry the whole load.
Dude,
Because
three
that dude,
FTR with Punk versus the Elite and Kenny Omega. Get out
that's
of here.
that's what everybody wants, man. And I
No,
don't
we've
know if
been
we're gonna,
waiting for it.
or you know what? maybe they've already made up. Maybe it was always, a work this whole time. Maybe they knew Punk got hurt and they wanted to make something, get something out of it. You know what I mean?
Man, that would be freaking genius,
It,
amazing.
it would be. So what I was saying is, they already made up. They never had to make up. Whatever it is, they could still draw it out. Like they could have this new TV show and they could play this whole nah, we ain't working together, right? But like wink wink. And then down the road have the crossover finally.
Yeah.
Build up to that.
Keep them separate. Keep them separated.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then bring them together.
That way, when you finally do, it's like even more impactful because you had this whole drama of the in between, dude.
Or like, if Punk does come back and like let's say there is two shows and they're like not mixing it up.
Yeah.
People are gonna be like, why aren't they mixing? Oh, it must be they must not be getting along still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then one night one of them shows up on the other one's fucking show, man. And then it's like everybody's gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's cool."
Yep.
It's on.
Yeah. And there's this whole other story involved now.
And it like,
I'm
it
gonna keep my eye
blurs
on
the
it.
line. Blurs the line.
Blurring lines.
The
What was that
K
song?
to the Fabe.
Yeah. So AEW, I am very excited. Watch the dub, people. Watch the dub.
Hey, I want to say real quick, did you see? I can't remember because but they were promoting a fight between like, is it Commander and Vikingo?
I think that already happened.
Did it happen?
That was at the
Damn.
AAA. That was at AAA.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
yeah, yeah.
I bet that
Um,
match was fire.
yeah, I didn't see it. I might go back and watch it.
That fool Vikingo does that Blanca barrel roll.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit's
the
fucking
vertical
badass.
Blanca barrel roll, dude.
Hell
like,
yeah, dude! The down for 2 seconds and then up and fucking kick, son.
Yeah. Straight up.
Straight up Saturday Night Slam Masters, brother. Yeah, there you go. Some Blanca, but it's the Saturday Night Slam Masters version.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he defended, so he still got the AAA.
That boy's
belt.
bad.
Yeah. Junior, we're gonna call it for Tentative Tuesday, but are you down to play some Fortnite?
I'm down.
Word up. So I'm just gonna cap this episode of Tentative Turnbuckle Tuesday. Tentatively on Tuesdays. Yamagata, sometimes Gabe, and your boy Harlock talk about wrestling and wrestling games, and we talk about Cody Rhodes and the dub. And I did want to add, Junior, that I just want to say that WWE sucks again. So I'm just gonna, maybe if I see it gets better, maybe I'll talk about that a little bit. But for right now, it's gonna be the dub because I don't know what happened, but after WrestleMania, it took a shit, man. It really took a shit. Well,
that's why I'm just like, I'm not splitting my time because I tried I tried a while back to watch the WWE, but it just not for me, brother.
That's gonna do it for. That's gonna do it for the chirple. I'm sorry. Go. I stepped on you.
No, it's all good. I was just saying I like the smaller show right now. It's got a lot more to offer.
It do, and for all the reasons we stated before.
Hey.
That we out for Tentative Turnbuckle Tuesday. Stay tuned for some Fortnite action. We'll be right back.